what do I need here? I need, this is in the way, I think. Oh, maybe not. We're just doing some electrical planning here. So, I'll wait for some of you just to tune in. Just trying to think of plugs and stuff, and I got some paper here. We're just writing stuff down. I just kind of want to see if anybody comes in first. Oh, where's one person? Yay, one person. Hi, one person. So we're just planning some electrical. Light switch and possible plug, in case you want to run something. We need potentially, I'm going to have my central vac out here that we don't use in the house. Just, we don't use it in the house. It's just too much of a pain in the rear end. So anyways, we are going to run the central vac, and it's just got a regular hose. So I'm going to need a bit of room for it. So it might live about here somewhere. So I guess we don't really need to measure. That's going to be fun dropping wires down that far though. But oh, it's going to be really fun. I just realized they're going to have to run above the rafters. We got weird kind of rafters up here, you know, so they're going to have to run out there and then back in and then down through to wherever I want. So let's go with some paper here and a pen. So the central vac, it has its own switch, so it just needs a plug. So let's do, hopefully you guys can see all right. You're just kind of stuck in my pocket. Cent vac. So we'll have something plugged in all the time. It'll be plugged in all the time. So maybe we'll put that plug here somewhere. And then that'll get mounted on the wall somewhere here. We'll have to put something across to mount that one. The only reason I want that central vac is, man, it sucks. Like, literally, it sucks. Kind of thinking in this corner, maybe up here to have my cord reel. So we're gonna need a plug for that. Cord reel. Usually you put that by a door, so we'll put that maybe somewhere in this vicinity. So if you're just joining us, we're just marking where we want electrical stuff. Oh, the 29th person just came in. Awesome. You guys know me in the 29. Okay, and for here, we're gonna need one for up high. So we'll go if I get right. High plug. Door. You could splice the wire, I guess, and splice it right in, but it's just got a plug on it, so you might as well just use that, right? So high plug for the door. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna need another cord reel over here. I'm gonna have that one on that door. Just over there would be better because I think here would be kind of in the way of crap. Now, let's make a quick list here of what we need for our equipment. So we're gonna need a drill press, plug. I could maybe use one plug for two things too. So we could do, this is gonna be hard because I don't really know where exactly I want them yet. I mean, worst comes to worst, we could just run the wires and then coil them up and then drop them through later. So, okay, so this is going to be, okay. I don't want the workbench right out here kind of thing, because then when you're driving something, it might be in the way. That workbench actually might come here, but it might come with like an angle to it. So you still got a bit of a working area here, and then square, and then out to maybe about here somewhere. So we're gonna have this whole corner as like a workbench. Honestly, to begin with, I wanted to make the workbench the whole length of this wall, but I'm like, no, I don't think we better do that. That wouldn't be quite right. So drill press and bench or floor, bench grinder. Bench, floor, grinder. P-L-U-G, so they can be one. Now, I also want to put in somewhere here a permanent residence, and actually, it might be actually good right here for my chainsaw sharpener grinder thing. It actually might be all right here. Zing, 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 zing. You need a light over here for that. We can always figure that out later. So if I put in the bench grinder here, kind of mounted maybe to the wall or something, you can do that with them too, or make a stand for it or something. I might have to put in like for extra plugs if you wanted something on the bench here or something, right? So there'll be plugs here, so we'll have one for the chainsaw grinder, one maybe open. That might be all right. So then we need CHA grinder, chain grinder, plug, chain grinder plug. I got to show you something here too, what we've done in here already. I did this earlier tonight. So our thing here is up for that, ready to go to run wires. Oh, you guys can't see some of this yet because I haven't posted that video. I can't show you that yet. Getting ahead of myself. You'll see that maybe in a few days. Okay, so chain grinder plug. So we're gonna need so chain grinder plug. Put you back in here for a second. Other hand working. Chain grinder plug. Potentially in here somewhere. Okay. And workbench. I'll have a plug there, but if you're working on something over here, I'll probably put another plug in over on this side. So, just right here work. Workbench plug. Now, the thing is, with the way the power is already ran out here, I won't be able to probably run too much kind of at once. I do have the capabilities to run 220 out here, but the box I got in there right now is only 110. So I can only run basically one circuit kind of thing of 40 amp, I think it is. Or did I put a 50 in out of the house? I can't remember now. Okay, so drill press plug, bench drill. Those don't take up much room. Drill press and bench grind. Now this is definitely gonna determine, you know, how far I come out with the workbench. Like, I'm liking this amount of work room, so that's I'd say that was 32 inch. But like this, I say we're gonna have to angle it so if you wanted to back something in, you're not clobbering into the bench, right? We're good to have it out here full, but then you're gonna be 32 inch from about there is about here on the floor. So you're gonna be wanting to maybe back the car in or something here, and then you might not quite be able to do it. So we'll probably build that on an angle. So that'll be, oh, that's not quite tight into the wall there, is it? No, it's not. 32 inches is about here on the counter. I don't know if you can see that I'm trying to move you. So there you go. So about to there would be about the corner roughly, and then 32. Ooh, it's gonna be a big corner here. So that's about the corner of that roughly. Well, no, it'll be actually back in here more. Sorry if you can't quite see that. It's my terrible photography stuff. So from about there, and then if we come up here, say to 5 feet, that'll be to basically this line in the floor here. Where are you guys looking? The line in the floor there. So we'll say to about this stud will be the end of the bench. Okay, let's mark that maybe. That'll be lots, I think. End of bench. Will be in roughly about here somewhere. End of bench. Okay. So then the drill press isn't very big. The end of the bench here, I'm probably gonna put like a vise, not on this end because that would just not work good. I gotta have it on my right side. So at the end of the bench here, we'll probably put the vise. So the chain drill, the bench press, drill press and the bench grinder have a fairly long cord. So we could run drill press isn't very big. It's only, yes, the bench grinder is about the same. So I think if we put a plug here, oh, that's right on there. Plug. And I could do like double plugs if we needed to. So in a bench grinder would be good there. Drill press, so I think the plug goes in on that stud there. Okay. And after that, we're gonna have something a little bigger. It's going to be the parts washer. And a lot of these are probably gonna just be piggybacked off of bang, 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 only because I don't have enough power to really run a whole pile of circuits. And these items, yeah, that doesn't have a very long plug, so we'll put another plug for this. Look at this, it's still dribbling stuff out of this wood here. Still sticky and gummy. It's pretty fresh wood. So we'll do parts washer there. All right, that's pretty good, I think, for right now. Now, if I really get excited, down here at some point, potentially might be tire machine and balancer maybe in this corner. I haven't really thought a whole lot about that yet, but anyways. So yes, oh yeah, also in this corner here somewhere we'll mount our hose reel so you can pull it out and then outside if you need to. That'd be all right somewhere there. A lot of this is gonna probably have to happen, unfortunately, after it gets spray foamed. And if we sheet it with something in here or whatever, but. Okay, so workbench plug, we could do 2 there. Maybe I'll write on there, I don't think I would need 2 really, honestly. Because there's gonna be another plug here for the chain grinder, there'll be a spare one there. Yeah. I might have to hook up that other line in the garage there, in the other workshop. And on the back, I don't know. I don't honestly think I'm gonna need anything back there. If I do, I'll just pull out the reel, and there's probably not gonna be a whole lot back here, you know? Okay, so yes, let's just double check everything here. We're not gonna be running too long here tonight, just kind of getting some, oh, I got a plug here too. Yeah, so if this needs any central vac, so that'll have a spare plug too, because you do two and it only uses one. Central vac plug. Central vac plug. Oh, look, more paper. So we're gonna need, hang on, I'm gonna have to put you back in the pocket for a second. Hold on, I gotta do some more writing. So we need a, oh, I can't write now. Oh, come on. Should have a board. CN. Central vac plug. Light switch, and could be a possible plug. And then up there, I gotta remember, I just can't really get up there to do it. Wherever it starts, the lights, which will get, oh, that's still gonna be a bit of a challenge too, because I really should get that vapor barrier up there, or just leave it open for now and just have to take them down again when I want to do that part. Vapor barrier and whatchamacallit up there, but I don't know. See, I got work here yet to do too. I gotta get up and put these baffles in, these yellowy things here. They're supposed to go up and through there, but we got such a riser. I don't know how to block that up. Otherwise, this is still gonna be wide open. And if you spray like your insulation in there, it's just going to fill up your soffit and fascia. That's kind of defeating the purpose of putting the vents in, right? So I need to get those figured out, and then I need to block that up with something, board or something, or cut some more wood, or it's going to be tricky because there's a lot of them. Even some of this stuff maybe, but somehow you still got to secure that stuff. Plus, right where I'd want to nail through, to nail the boards on, they got the big mending plates here, so the nailer won't go kind of through that. So more stuff to think about. Anyways, okay, let's get back to this. So light switch, and then the light switch, we'll need a, how am I gonna do this? Light switch, roof plug. That's got to go way up there for the first one to tie into, to plug into. And then they link together, so you can just plug the next one into the next one to the next one, which is kind of nice. So I shouldn't have to run a whole lot. Okay. Cord reel. Cord. Oop, now plug. It's going to make a master list here. Okay, so I got that one. Central vac plug. Plug. Door plug. Chain. I could almost do both of those together. I think I'm going to do a separate one up higher, just neaten that up a little bit up there. So door plug. Door grinder, chain grinder plug, workbench plug, end of bench, drill press and bench grinder. So drill press, bench grinder, plug, parts washer. Can almost do a double one there maybe. Drill press, so I'm going to do parts. So I'm going to do it ×2, and I think, well, it might not read. No, we're going to have to run another one, I think, for that. I'll run another one through. So, sorry, guys, you're asking questions. Let me have a look here. I didn't really See if there's any questions. Oh, I shouldn't block the camera up either. Sorry, guys. Trying to read. For the plugs, you want them 36 inches above the ground. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to be up that. Yeah, I'll have them up like above the bench kind of thing where things can actually see them. So if you have to grab them quick, you can pull them out instead of having to reach down behind the machine or something. So they're going to be up fairly high. That's way more than 36. So that's almost, well, I'm like 6 feet tall and I'm looking like right there. So he'll be able to pop them out real easy. Central vac plug. Central vac on a plug. Yeah, it's got its own plug over here. Central vac's gonna be over here. Kind of so it's sort of out of the way. Cent vac. And then they'll maybe hang the hose up here or something too. It's got a really long hose too, so it'd be kind of nice just to flick that on. The only thing with that though is really friggin' loud. I almost kind of want to put it in this building over here, run the thing through. But I don't know. I don't think I'll do that. I'll just have to put earplugs in or something. Yes, having a real cord by the door, absolutely. Run your electrical wire up to the top and drop down each point. You're running plugs and switches. Yep, that's what I'll end up doing. There's a video coming out soon, guys, of installing some stuff here that you haven't seen quite yet for running wires and stuff here. The plugs are 15 amp. You need two things that are 7 amps to start up and not pop the breaker. Yeah, like, see, I won't be running too much at once at the same time. Like I might be on the drill press running and shut that off. I'll maybe go wash something on the parts washer. Okay, shut that off. It's not gonna be like there's like 10 of us working in here kind of thing, so I think it'll be all right. Ooh, I got a YouTube official mod, urgent notice. Your account has been flagged for suspicious activity. The stream will shut down immediately and you're temporarily banned pending review. Please contact support. Yeah, I bet you that's fake. It's funny that we're still streaming. Suspicious activity. Either that's spam or something weird. It's probably spam. I wish people would just frig off and leave people alone and quit spamming crap all the time. Okay, so the only other thing, ooh, we might need, and it's a big unit, is the sandblast cabinet. So it could go, ooh, I'm gonna have to run air to that though, or potentially I'll just pull the air reel hose out here and I just plug it in. I might have to rearrange it. I forgot about that. Sandblast cabinet, pretty big, and it will need a plug. Darn, I'm running out of room. Should have built a bigger shop. It will need a plug for the vacuum. I'm gonna run probably not the central vac with that one. I'll run probably my other shop vac. And to be honest, there's probably not gonna be a whole lot of sandblasting to do, so. Sandblaster. Sandblaster will need a plug. Okay, so parts washer is pretty big. We'll put this maybe roughly here. Sand. And I could put a light in that vac or the sandblaster too, but I just honestly use my little shop light kind of thing. Ooh, that's something else we might need too. It's a pull down shop light. I don't know. I don't know. I get along pretty good with my this guy over here. This little turd here works pretty good. I like them little guys. They work pretty good. So that's probably what I'll just keep going until it drives me nuts, and then maybe I'll change it. Anywho, I think that's probably going to be good. And like I say, if there's anything else that I need to run, I can just pull the cord reel out. I might even get crazy and put a second cord reel there. But I got to put the air there, I think, so it comes. This pipe here, you're going to see about that in a couple of days. That's part of the video that's coming up. I shouldn't have shot this yet for this, but I wanted to get this sussed out here. So, all right. So, I think we got everything. We got parts washer plug, sandblaster, light switch for roof, cord reel plug, door plug, chain grinder plug, What the heck was WB now? I can't read my own writing. Hang on, WB plug. WB. Central vac. Cord reel, WB. No press. Okay. Cord reel. What the heck was WB? Isn't that awful? High plug for up there. Huh. Workbench plug. Workbench. Okay, I'm gonna have to do better on that. Workbench plug. Drill press. Bench grinder can be kind of together. And parts washer plug. Okay, I think we got her almost completely confused. Okay, so we need, let's see here. Let me pull you out of the pocket again because it's probably a terrible view. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plugs plus a light switch. Oh, no, that's it there. And then we got to run the wire down to the switch, so that's another story. But so yeah, let's count here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plugs. Well, that's a box of 10, so that's pretty good. And I got that in a box of 10, but I think I only need 1. Unless... No. I mean, I could get real goofy and put a switch to turn the power on to the bench grinder and stuff. Or you could just rely on them being plugged in all the time and then using the switches. You could have a safety thing where you could flick a switch and then the switch power goes into the plug. So if the switch is on or off, then it won't send power through. Yeah, you could. That's just kind of crazy. It's just extra work. So we got enough plugs. We got 3, 4. We're gonna need. Yeah, we got lots of these. We got 3 stacks of these. So 4, 8, and 12. That should be good. And these things I've got for coming out of the box and then potentially going into the boxes as well. They're just kind of hold the wire because there's nothing else in this type of box to hold the wire inside. Sometimes the house ones, they have like the other little screw with a little grabber guy that you tighten down and it holds the wire in the box. Those don't have that, so these will probably all have to get one of those punched out, one of these put in. Then I can screw the wire down to, you know, with that guy, right? Okay, that's good. We got all the stuff in there. I got some of these, so when I run the, I haven't brought them out yet. When I run these guys to tack the wire on, I can have something to nail into, so that should be good. Okay, I think we're almost ready to get some permanent power going. That'd be awesome. But, okay, so 9 plugs. That's pretty close to what I was estimating. And like I say, some of them, you know, like the chain grinder, it'll have an extra one there, right? So, and this light, we might just leave it there just for a bit of extra light if you wanted to, whatever. It could even plug into that, and that could be on a switch too, right? So that should actually probably go outside. It's actually an outdoor light. It's starting to rain. Oh, sweet. Need rain bad. It could be an outdoor light. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe I'll put one of those dusk to dawn lights on where this one just kind of comes on and off, you know, and whenever you unplug it. So, all right. Well, we've been half an hour planning stuff out already. Holy crap. And that's going to have to go somewhere else too. And I might just have enough room back here somewhere. Maybe, potentially. We'll see. Yeah, or that could even go in the other side here. I mean, it's something I've used like basically maybe 3 times since I've owned it, in like the 15, 18 years I've owned it. But yeah, it was in here anyways, made a big mess, did some work, run a board up there and a board down so I could run the wires up, tack them on as I go, and then through that tube. And the air line will come from here somewhere too. I might have to tee off here or something so I can still have this one here and then run one up through and then through there too and then down to the cord reel. I've got the cord reel here. I'll probably take it and bring it over here. And I've got the other air hose reel because I had to take it off. So it'll go there. We got a lot to do. And yeah, be nice to get the electrical done anyways. But like I said, I got a lot of work up here to do yet and figure that out. And I'm just not sure how I'm going to quite do that yet. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. Because you definitely don't want to nail through the roof because then that would be bad. But how am I going to attach that? I'm not really sure yet. Because these big giant mending plates up here. Let's see if I can zoom you up. See those big mending plates right there. Kind of where I'd have to nail things in. So we'll figure it out, but fun times. Anyways, that's probably it for today. Oh, and this is like a miscellaneous thing for sharpening blades. That can kind of just go anywhere and get plugged in. And have to get stored somewhere. I'm kind of thinking that maybe even a small little lofty thing up here might not be a bad idea. Just so when you do that, you got to put like a support thing here, and then it's going to screw me for if I wanted to back the car in. So I don't really know if I want to do that yet. Because you got to support the front edge of it. I don't know. I don't know, because then it's going to kind of screw me for that, you know. And if I want to work on the tractor or something in here, it's going to be kind of in the way too. So I'm going to try to do it without a, whatchamacallit, lofty thing. But anyways, so yeah, that's the only other thing that we'd be using. This is like something that we'd use, you know, on the bench. So it'll have to get maybe on a shelf somewhere for now. We'll put a shelf up maybe or something. But anyways, all right. Well, that's it for today. Just wanted to run that with yous, and I think that'll work good. It's going to take some work, though, running wires and running wires down and drilling through. I'm going to have to probably get a drill bit for that. I would have been looking for that for a while, eh? Where did I put my freaking knife? Okay, I think we got her mostly figured out. Cord reel will be pretty good there, I think, right close to the door. And then you can pull it out, and if you had to work on something out here, or whatever you want to do outside. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, guys. Gonna head her out. You guys have a good one. We're coming. We're getting ready here to run stuff, but this video will be up soon here. We see us run that thing in. And I kind of put that 90 on it there, so it just kind of run the wires up into the rafters right away then, right? I might even have to get a board up there or something to attach to. I really don't want to drill through up there to run the wires, but if I have to, I guess I have to. But it's gonna have to be either a bunch of small holes or can't see for the glare, small holes or whatever. But because if you want to ever sheet this, that would be really crappy if they ran up and just pinched on there. So we'll have to maybe go up through that double top plate there with a fairly decent hole. And I can run some up there. I've got hole saws. I should be able to drill through that, hopefully, or something really, really big, like, you know, a hole like this big to run all these wires up and then take them all, you know. Technically, though, when I'm thinking about it, I really only need like one wire run here. Because like I say, I'm not going to be running these all at once. So, you know, could run it down, plug, and then just run wires through and stop at all the plugs and then, you know, piggyback off that one and run it through. I think that'd work. So one wire, that'd be all right. So really, we're only going to need, should probably figure this out too. One wire for that. One wire for there. One wire for there. So that's 3. Probably do this on a separate one. 4. And 5. I could piggyback off there to the central back for 5. So really only need 5. So 1, 2, 3 up high, 4, 5 wires. That's really all we need. So that's not terrible. Okay. That should be good. Anyways, okay, really got to go. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later. Oh, look, there's 29 people watching right now. Awesome. And you guys have good. Wait. I got to see if there's any more good comments here. Let me just check. Let me check at the comments. Ooh, I got to go back quite a piece here. Hang on a sec. Yeah, the baffles have to be every few rafters. Yeah, I guess, you know what? You don't have to do every single one. I've got enough baffles for everyone. I never really thought of that. I'm going to flip you around here. Whoa. Baffles me every rafters, yeah. I have a real nice CUDA parts steam cleaner I need to sell. I have a real nice CUDA parts steam cleaner. That's kind of neat. Are you going to move stuff over from the other shop? Yeah, I kind of sort of had a little bit here, just some crap, you know, the chainsaws and a couple of things here just so I could get into the power area there because I needed to get into that. So, yeah, did move a bit over. Hooked my vacuum exhaust for the blaster and dryer through the wall. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking of that too, just drilling a hole, and the vacuum's got like a little exhaust pipe thing that comes out, and it's really, really loud. I think I might do that too. And then if there's any, sometimes the vacuums in that one, especially because they had a lot of cats here and stuff, sucking up all the cat hair and stuff. This is like when my wife lived here with her parents, and it kind of smells a little funny too now, so you can't really wash the filter thing out. So kind of exhausting that out there might not be a bad idea. I might actually do that. Hello from Germany. Hello, Germany. Yeah, Workbench is WB. That's right. Workbench. How's the family? Good. I don't know what they're doing tonight. Not really sure what they're up to. The welder plug. The welder I'm going to run off my generator, I think. I don't have enough power out here to run that welder. And the plasma cutter. I'll have to run off the generator, my big yellow generator here. I don't have enough juice out here to run the welder, so I probably could though if I hooked up that other wire, but I've only got a 110 box in here right now with I think 12, 15 amp circuits, because they're not expecting it to run every single circuit off of that thing, so that's kind of what I'm doing with that. I could up the box, I guess, and change all that, but I don't think I really need to right yet. But yeah, the welder I'm going to probably just run off the generator, which is probably going to suck because I'll have to get it out and get it going and blah, blah, blah. Not just plug in and run, right? So, but if it drives me maybe enough mad, I'll maybe run the other wire and then drive on. I haven't got the other wire hooked up in the house, and it's not hooked up in this box out here. So because that would be a bad thing to have it hooked up in the house and live out here just laying in the box. Anyways. I put quad outlets in my shop at every location. Glad I did. Yeah, you know what? That's definitely a good idea, but if something's really, really going to be bad or wrong here, I could always add another one, which isn't a huge, big job. It's kind of like what we did. Let me spit ya. Oh, geez, I don't fall over. Kind of what we did here not too long ago. We added all these other plugs here, right, for all this other crap that's plugged in and stuff. So that worked out actually really good. That worked really, really good. So yeah, but this year I'll probably not have any kind of heat in here yet. I don't know what we're gonna really do. It's not gonna hold much heat, I don't think. No, probably not. Airlines are also going to need to be insulated. Airlines are also going to need to be insulated. Really? I've never done that before. Might have to get something a little beefier though. And then run it down to like a manifold here or something where you can hook stuff into. Because we're gonna need, well, I kind of want to just run it all off like I was here with off the air reel. I mean, I could run dedicated lines and run like a hard line all the way over to the sandblaster, but I don't know if I really want to get into that where you can just plug it in there and then just then the track sucks her back in, right? So probably just do that. The mill blade sharpener, yeah, that's gonna have to be, that'll be a temporary plug kind of thing, like we'll just get it out and use it when we need it kind of thing. I used the blue airline kit from Northern Tool, works great. I'm gonna have to look into something. Put a light on the outside of the garage. I might put this guy out on the outside of the garage. It's like a great big parking lot light. It's freaking like a huge light. That's a huge light, it might work good. You can also use cable to hold up loft and hang up. You can also use a cable to hold up a loft. Oh, and hang the front. Oh, I got you. I was just not cluing into that. Hang it off the rafter, but I think you'd have to be kind of careful how much weight you'd put on that, would you? Because that might be too much for, like, you know, the rafter to hang on. But I guess if you put it on multiple rafters, it would spread out the weight too, right? Something else I wouldn't mind getting in here, and I don't know whether I do it, is kind of what we did at the garage down there, is hanging a chain hoist. So you'd put like a bar across and then put the hook on the chain hoist in the middle. Just for lifting up mowers and stuff, but I think it would get more in the way than anything. Something on that rack thing would be pretty sweet to get roll out of the way, but I don't know, we'll have to figure that out later. Awesome work, Bill, great to see you on the Monsters Den server on Rust. Oh, are you? Yeah, I seen you take those 2 abandoned bases today. I seen that. I did. Was there anything good in there? Let me know if there's anything good. And then Purge is there tonight too, and I don't participate in that because there's funny things that happen when the PvP comes on. So building coming on nicely. Back to 29 people. No, we're higher than that now. Yay, 29 people. How's it hanging? Hi, USA. I ran airlines out of 3/4 inch. Look at, he's all dolled up. Show him. You're all like, you know, you put your, seriously paid like $60 to get his haircut, and he put his hat on.
Yeah, beard done too, though.
Beard done too. He's got a girlfriend.
I don't.
Yeah, he's single.
Not ready to mingle.
Girls cost too much. Oh, man. PVC or PEX line for air. Maybe. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah. I kind of like the idea of the rubbery line, but maybe that wouldn't be so good if it's kind of, you know, up in there. And I do have some stuff that I ran in the other garage from the air compressor on the other side through the wall around to where I have like the dryer and stuff. And it was like a really good rubber line, but that place is gone now, so I don't know whether I'd find that anywhere. It was a really, really good stuff. It was expensive too. It was like $33 a foot. No, it wasn't that much. It was expensive though. I'm measuring for where I want crap. So I know how much crap I need. 9 plugs, 5 wires. Yeah. Yes to a chain hoist. What do you think about chain hoist in here?
Chain holder.
Chain holder, yes. For years, if you guys have watched any of my old videos from down at the other garage, in the colder side, like where all the tractors sit and stuff, is like the front of the garage. And there's a thing there that we had, it's a chain hoist. It's an old style chain hoist. Dylan, for years, thought it was just something to hold chains. Chain holder. What was it like? Only like a couple years ago, I got the thing down, and
yeah,
he's like, "Is that what that's for?" I thought it just held chains.
The first time that I changed the blades on the zero turn.
Like I didn't know what that was for.
Yeah.
Chain holder, because it's full of chains, right? It is. It makes sense.
No, but yeah, it would be a good idea, but
I don't think so in here.
These, trusses, you know.
You don't trust the trusses?
No,
that's because I didn't build them.
Yeah, they're just 2x4s. I mean, the one down at the garage are like 2x8s.
Yeah, these are only 2x4s, so they're not.
Yeah.
They could break real easy. I don't know. I don't think I want to hang too much from the trusses. Yeah, that's not really what they're meant for. So I kind of thought they would have been 2x6s, but they used a 2x6, like 6 feet out, and then the one support, and then 2x4 all the way across. So they were rated to hold 55 pounds per square foot, I think it was. something like that. So I think that's what the rating was on them. It's not huge.
Be enough to hold the chain.
Which I was kind of surprised, yeah. Should have been a lot more than that, but anyways, it's all right. Hey, Bill, I'm from Ontario. Ooh, same here. Dilly got a haircut. Yes, he did. First time?
No.
Well, graduation.
Grad and prom and stuff.
Boring stuff.
Most of the time I just buzz it off.
Zoom. That's all I do. I haven't been ever to a barber, I don't think. I always just cut my own. Just gone, which is almost due. It's getting there. We have blue airline. It seems like it's aluminum or some kind of light metal, but it hasn't blown out in 15 years. Used to have PVC airline and it blew out every week. That's why I like the kind of the rubber stuff, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that. PEX line, I don't know. Is PEX line good for like 150 psi? PEX line might not be enough. I don't know. PEX, I don't know. PEX is more for water, isn't it? I don't know if it's really meant for air, but thanks, Bill, and I see you too. LOL. I don't do purge either yet. People turn things on when they server turns things off, we'll say. They freaking hack like you wouldn't believe. Anyways, another story.
So PEX tubing, commonly used for plumbing. So
commonly used for plumbing. Yeah, so really not air. You really should run like a galvanized or maybe even a copper.
Yeah,
you can run a copper.
150 psi is pushing it though. It's 160 psi at 73 Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius. So
see, on this compressor in here, I ran copper pipe from the so let's go have a look at this. From the compressor, so coming out of the compressor pump, I ran 1/2 inch, which I probably should have gone a little bigger, but I can surprise this work, but I ran a 1/2 inch copper pipe, soldered it down to the tank and all the dump valve here and everything, right? And surprisingly, this gets super hot. Like I actually, somewhere here, burnt myself tonight on it. See that burn mark? I was up here working on this and I kind of leaned over on it. Psh, I'm like, holy crap, I had to get air going to blow myself off from cutting all this wood. So, but yeah, surprisingly, this has never, ever come apart. I can't believe it because that's got to get hot enough to melt that. But anyways, all good, all fun. Okay, I was supposed to be leaving here, but anyways. Taylor's using the good stuff. PEX will take up to 250 psi, so good on that. Ooh, you know what? We're going to have to maybe test that. Grab a piece of PEX and put it at full pressure and see where it blows. We're going to have to try that. Maybe they make thicker PEX or something. Yeah, I don't know. I know they have that black plastic pipe too, but I think it's just mostly for water. Well, no, like we use for the water lines back there, but I don't think it's good for air. Garage door code. So you can open the garage door like, no, I've got one in my Dewey, man. We both got like these things so we can like, you know, do the door from that. Yeah. So, and then, yeah. They actually had one that they're like, oh, do you want a pin code pad for outside? I'm like, it wasn't in the bill. He's like, oh yeah, it's only $250. I'm like, what? No, that's okay. No, I'll just unlock my door and open it with a button. Oh, okay. This thing actually will do, if I had the Wi-Fi out here, you could do it through your app on your phone. You could use that too. So that's pretty fancy. Holy, it's fancier than I need, that's for sure. Chain hoist or winch hoist for lifting zero-turn mowers to get the blades off. Yeah. We might just have to use my ramps. The little black ramps I got here. We'll just drive it up on that, I think, and then, yeah, I think that's all we'll do.
Running. I know it's gonna be all covered in there.
Yeah, I don't think we'll do that. From London, Ontario. Ooh, so not too far. About 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours, maybe. Yeah. Still a disconnect with homeowners and marketplace. I don't know what that means. Weed whacker haircut never fails. I like that.
Got close to that before.
Thank you, Dualtron, for sending me $4.99. That's awesome. Awesome. Holy smokes. PEX is good for 160. Okay, we're going to have to test this. I can run PEX up to a maximum of 175 with my bigger compressor, which I probably wouldn't run that much anyways. I'm usually around 120 at the most. So, told you the kit from Northern Tool is very good and easy to work with. We don't have a Northern Tool here though, so I'm gonna have to find out what we have here for that kind of stuff. I ran 250 PSI in 3/4 PEX for many years in a paint and body shop with no issues. Now, the only thing with the PEX that I know about is it's not generally UV stable or friendly. You gotta kind of watch that because the UV will kind of damage it and stuff, and it's really bad. And if you ever have one of those UV lights installed in your house, you have to have at least 6 feet from that thing to where the PEX starts. So you still have to use a bit of copper there, or that UV light will rot that PEX out and you'll have water all over your place. Wireless code pad Home Depot. No, I don't want one of them. I'd rather have less ways for people to try to get in, you know. Got my ears lowered on Sunday too. Nice. It got to 108.7 here at where Old Yeller is. Holy cow. Feels like 119 today here in Oklahoma.
Wow, that is hot.
Stay in where it's cool, bud. Play Rust. If you do put PEX, you will be having it melt. Yeah, if I'm running, that's true too. You know that? If I'm running the sandblaster for quite a long time, that will send eventually hot air through that PEX, and I don't know how much that'll take because it is only plastic.
48 degrees Celsius.
48 degrees Celsius, holy crap. Go to Harbor Freight. We don't have those here either. We only have Princess Autos here, and they're, yeah. Well, chintzy too, right? PEX is flammable, yeah. I'm not really super liking the PEX idea. I've always had pretty good luck with like just the Goodyear rubber hose kind of stuff, but I'll have to find something. I'll find some decent stuff to tee off in there and then bring it up and run it through kind of thing. Ooh, I'm gonna have to print bigger, never thought of that, bigger hose holders for nailing that stuff down too, because those ones won't fit. I'll just have to enlarge them. It's 125 here where I am in California. Well, you guys are always hot there, aren't you? Like always, like year round hot.
That's like really hot though.
Where's the YJ? Holy smokes, dude. I haven't had that for like 15 years.
YJ.
YJ Jeep.
Oh.
I think that's what he's meaning. Where's the YJ? Holy.
51 degrees.
51 degrees. Oh, man, that's almost too hot. Anyways, I'm the RC Racing Pro Driver. Remember me? Yeah, where have you been all my life? I haven't heard from you in a long time. Send me your info and I'll send you the details. Can ship whatever you want. Oh, for what? Hose? I'm going to look here and see what I can get for hose. We do have some places I can get like bulk hose. Actually, Home Depot might sell that. No, maybe not.
I don't know about bulk.
No, maybe not.
Big long ones, but
Yeah.
join together.
We do have the John Deere does have it, but they'd be like $60 a foot. Freaking ridiculous up there.
Talking like
Airline.
flexible hose or
Airline to run from that side over to this side. Yeah, like a rubber hose of some sort. Davenport's over here. The auto parts place probably would have it, but
probably expensive.
I just probably go get a roll of it somewhere when I'm out sometime and then just chop it up as I need it. Whatever I need over here, and then run it through and then chop it here and then put some kind of manifold thing there with a bunch of female plug thingies on it for air, and then just plug the air reel into that. That'll work. Air's air. Anyways, Illinois is going to be in the 70s to 80s over the weekend. I'm looking forward to the cool down from the 100s. Yeah, same here. It's going to cool down a lot too. So, hello from Montana. I've been a long time viewer. Hello, long time viewer. Have you ever run Echo equipment? 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 Have you ever run? No, I haven't. He finally clued in. Have you ever run Echo equipment? Have you ever run Echo equipment? That's an Echo. No, I haven't. honestly here, all the Echo stuff has been pulled out of all the dealerships. I don't know what's going on. The guy up the road here, he does like Honda and he does the still stuff now that the place in town shut down. He did Echo stuff. Oh, Husqvarna. No, sorry, not Husqvarna pulled out of all the dealerships, not Echo. Sorry, yeah. Echo, no, never run that. Never run Husqvarnas. I've always been the orange and white still stuff, to be honest. Never really had anything else, only because it's quite available around here for that, right? So there isn't really much else around here for us. So, but yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere here. You got to remember that, right? We're in the middle of a big town, but in the middle of nowhere. Nothing. Everything's around us here. It really sucks, right? Anyways, I think we're going to go. Thanks again for watching. It's almost an hour. I wasn't going to go that long. But then you guys started asking questions, and I answer questions, and I don't mind, and it's all good. But the mosquitoes are starting to come out, and that sucks. So anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later. You guys have a good day. Take her easy. We'll see you soon. There's a couple videos coming up for some stuff we've done in here just recently and stuff. And then I got a lot more stuff to do. So, yeah. Fun times. Anyways, take care. Catch you next time. And you guys have a good day.